number 4-3.
Should I have to pee?
I don't know, I guess.
Whose voice is him? Oh, yeah, it's you. Mr. Powers!
Yes!
Tell me straight. Were you in the dressing room? You didn't go in the studio?
I didn't go to the studio! I was sleeping! Honestly!
We already had this conversation. What are we doing?
It's doubtful now. So who was in the Steel Samurai in the last photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does that leave me?
Doesn't look good.
He's supposed to be crying, but he's just a coke addict in Seth's world.
Well, he's a celebrity.
He works on a kids show. He has to get through somehow.
You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick! What are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could convincingly have done this.
Right!
Convincingly, not conceivably.
And
Supposed to convince people.
it'll take him so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be very hard evidence, but there is still no one else who could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Okay. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind, however. Be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who was this person, other than Mr. Powers, that could have committed the murder? Security lady.
It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Who?
The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this photo. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through.
I'd be scared if that old lady could like bulk up that much in the suit.
Well, I mean, I think the muscles on the suit are part of the suit.
Hopefully.
There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper!
Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag?
Obviously, she doesn't know.
Oldbag! That's Ms. Oldbag to you.
Ms. Oldbag, what standing at the alone at the main gate? She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the samurai costume, then skipped into Studio One to sneak to the murder.
Skipping along, humming a tune.
Why would she go through all the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the main gate would take her picture. If she was in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby.
I think it's meant to be Sherlock Holmes the second.
That's
like
odd.
in a movie, Sherlock Holmes 2.
Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up and with an objection and some new evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Whoa. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something!
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way.
You should start wearing your glasses while you play Easter.
Yeah. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do such a horrible thing to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now, Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went into the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, a second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to kids and mean to elders day? Whippersnapper!
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder?
There's a picture.
The spear? Well, I don't know. The picture too. But I'm guessing.
Your Honor! What? I thought I picked the picture. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible!
I see, I guess. Well, would the witness get a comment on this?
Windbag speechless. This has got to be a first.
Okay. The court will suspend proceedings for the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
In the prosecution, we'll look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Wait a second! I'm not just going to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking.
Oh, great! Stop the presses! The windbag wants to talk! Mrs. Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not talk about?
By whom?
Huh. You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, testify!
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people. Testify! Sister Wendy. Some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get off scot-free.
Miss Oldbag! This is crucial information. Why did you keep it from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag.
Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something.
So you were told not to talk?
That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Who are these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised when no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at that guide map, here it is. You go through this gate and all the way to the left.
Half where the monkey's head was falling over. Doesn't look like a monkey.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
So they were actually in the studio?
Yes, the whole day. Then they heard about the murder, and they beat it before the cops came. I'll kill this woman, I swear it.
I feel sorry for Edgeworth almost. She really left him hanging on this one. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that, Sally. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you get a bonus? And you still talked? I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. There's no harm in getting as much info as I can. Present the evidence.
You're the other person playing it blind, Seth.
I think the game doesn't really want you to object to anything. Yeah, they keep saying, I guess I asked all the questions. Nick! I guess pressing her was the right thing to do. For an old windbag, she sure likes keeping secrets. Let's get as much information as we can. Go to the last option maybe, and then question her again.
Them? Oh wait, did we already do this?
Yeah.
Phew.
Where's the assistant man? Why haven't we gotten her yet?
Your Honor, we have learned there are others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather further information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people that we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. Court adjourned.
October 18th, 1 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing. Or should I?
Well, we'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating.
Felix said, imitating
I can't
Wolverine.
see. I couldn't see the name for the mic.
We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain.
He just thinks he's tagging along.
So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her. Really?
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone has to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off of Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I feel kinda sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right! We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. I thought I was coming along.
To be continued!